Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Dan Greer, and today we're kind of breaking into a bunch of different DOT stuff. And so I've been kind of scrolling through a bunch of feeds on Vimeo and YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else, and there is a bunch of crap out there for people who aren't actually like giving you the truth about what's going on. So I've spent a ton of time in the industry studying everything that's going on, and like I have this knowledge, and I've helped over like 1,000 companies so far to date get through audits with zero violations, or at least the majority of them have zero violations. We can't always help all companies, right? But what I want to do is I want to take a few seconds. I want to come to you guys to talk about some stuff. And so today I really want to dive deep into bridge law. So I was watching this the other day. I was kind of scrolling for it because I was like, man, there's got to be some good stuff on bridge law out there, because this is huge. Like, people need to know about this, especially if you're running oversized overweight, or if you're trying to get permits, or if you just want to know, if you're buying a new vehicle, how much it can carry. And so one of the things that I did is I was sitting there thinking about it, and I looked and I found like 5 videos, and they were all 100% wrong. And I'm not calling these guys out. I'm not saying they're not doing it right, but they're lying because they don't know any better. They haven't actually dug deep into the regulations. They haven't had those conversations. They haven't beat those tickets. They haven't done that. Well, we've done that. And so today I want to take a few seconds and I want to dive into bridge law. So we've got it up right here, okay? So you can check it out there. And then we're going to work on this board behind us. Now, the board's going to be a little bit tough to read. I'm going to write big. My writing sucks. Don't make fun of me. So let's talk a little bit about bridge law. So bridge law is an equation, right? Do we know what the equation is? Yeah, it's kind of a crazy one, and we'll go ahead and put it up on the screen here in a little bit so you guys can see it. We're going to work through this equation with two different things. So the way bridge law works, let me drop my truck here. Oh man, that's a bad looking truck. Okay, we got a wheel there, we got wheels there, and then we got a trailer, and it's got 2 wheels on it as well. All right, so there's our truck. Can you guys kind of see that? I know it's probably hard to see, but anyways, so the way bridge law works is a lot of people think that it's bumper to bumper is what it is. The truth is that it's not bumper to bumper. That is wrong. It is center of wheel to center of wheel. Do you see the difference? Right? And that's why you have adjustable rear axles on a lot of your trailers. And that's why sliding your fifth wheel makes a big difference as well. Because when you go to the bumper, right, that is 100% wrong. So it is not to the bumper. It is to the center of the axle. And that's where you want to go. It's wheel span. It's distance between wheels. It's not the entire length of your truck. And that's where a lot of people get confused on bridge law. And that's where they figure it up wrong. And they get overweight tickets and they can't figure out why. And they're like, I just don't get it. Well, it's because they're not measuring correctly. So we're going to go through 2 different equations. The first equation we're going to do is a set of duals right here. So it's actually the like tandems. We're going to work through a set of tandems. And so the way bridge law works is it's L times N. So length times number of axles. We're going to do 4 foot 6 inches, right? And then we're going to multiply that by 2 because there's 2 axles here. 1, 2. All right? That equals 9. Yeah, I know. I'm really good at math, okay? And then the next part is N minus 1. So we've got 2 minus 1, right? The number of axles minus 1. There's 2 axles minus 1. That equals 1. All right? Then we take these and we divide them. Okay, so 9 divided by 1 equals 9. Go figure. All right? Now the next part of the equation is we take 12. Okay, so it's N times 12. So then we go N, which is number of axles, which is 2, times 12, and that equals, what does that equal? 24. You're right. Okay, so then we take 24 and we add it to 9, and that equals 33. Look at my math here. And then we take that and we do that number plus 36. So after that, we add 36 to it. That's a plus, not a times. That number equals 69. And then we take that number and we multiply it by 500. That gives us 34,500. So that means that set of tandems can actually haul 34,500 pounds. Now, we know that you can only put 34,000 on it legally, right? Because that's what they say. But if you were running oversized overweight, or you're worried about bridge law, 34,500 pounds is what that could haul without any issues. Now, if we reworked it for the whole length of the truck, let's go ahead and work through that. And I'll make sure, because you guys, I know it's hard to see this stuff on this board. So we're gonna make sure that we can we'll put the equations up on the screen so you guys can see them. So now then let's say this whole length of this truck from here to here. All right, we've got 5 axles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 axles on this truck. All right. So we're going to rework the equation again so you guys can see it. And let's say that our length is 62 feet long. So it's a pretty short rig. Now, again, that's center axle to center axle entire length. So we just figured out that our tandems could haul 34,000 pounds, 500 pounds. Okay. All right. Now then we're going to work on this next one. So this next one is 62. So we take 62 times 2. That equals 124. And then from there, we do the bottom side, 5 axles, right? And then we do -1. That equals 4. When we divide those out, we get a total of 31. All right, now then we do 12 times the number of axles, which is 5. So that's going to be 12 times 5 is 60. We add those two together to give us 91. Okay, and then we take all that and we add 36 to it. That gives us a total of 127. Multiply that by 500. Gives us a total of 63,500 pounds. So our total weight is 63,500 pounds. So that means because our rig is so short, right, we can only haul 63,500 pounds. Now, if we were to lengthen that rig out, if we were to get this, between the axles longer, we could actually haul more weight. And I could go through the equations on that and work with that for you guys. But I think you get the point of how bridge law works and how it's explained and like how it is. And so what I want you guys to remember, there's a few key things with bridge law. Number one is it is spacing between axles, okay? It's not overall length, right? That's the first common thing I want to debug right there. It's not bumper to bumper, it's axle to axle, and it's center axle to center axle. All right. And then the next thing is it's not only overall length, right? It's also per set of axles. So if you had 3 axles here, you could haul more weight on it because you've got a tridem. Or if you have 4 axles, you could haul more weight as well because of bridge law. Now, keep in mind, some states don't recognize quad axles for oversized permits. I think California and Nevada are 2 that I can think of that don't do that. Anyways, just wanted to kind of follow up a little bit on that. That's where we're at with this, guys. And I hope that you guys got something out of it. I hope it helped explain it. And if you guys like this, I want you to go ahead and leave me a comment. I want you to subscribe. We're going to be doing more like this. I'd love to hear from you as what you guys would like to hear from about it as well. And also, don't forget to follow us on social media. We've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that stuff. So make sure you catch us there. At Instagram, it's at The Real Dan Greer or at Eclipse DOT. Also, if you haven't checked out DotDocs, check that bad boy out too, because DotDocs is our software that makes DOT compliance super simple and easy. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.